if he'll be released from prison. That could happen in just a few hours here.
Yeah, his parole hearing will start at 10 a.m. this morning. You're going to see it right here on KTVU Fox 2. KTVU's Ken Wayne, you're in Carson City, Nevada now. Tell us what's ahead.
Well, we will know, OJ will know today whether or not he's going to be released from prison. And Dave, I know you covered the trial in Los Angeles as I did, and you can see behind me, it's kind of a familiar scene, anything to do with OJ Simpson. This is something that we called Camp OJ in Los Angeles during the trial, a much smaller version of that here, but you still have a tremendous amount of interest in what's going on, and you see sheriff's deputies arriving to enter the State of Nevada Board of Parole Commissioners building here in Carson City. Behind these doors is where the commission members will meet and take their vote on whether or not OJ will be released from prison. We should have the results of that before noon today. They're going to meet at 10 o'clock this morning. We'll show you some pictures of OJ Simpson. He's 70 years old now. He's at the prison in Lovelock, Nevada, which is about 90 miles east of Reno. By all accounts, he's been leading a model prisoner life behind bars. He's the commissioner of the prison softball league. He's something of a mentor to other inmates at Lovelock. We haven't heard about any examples of misbehavior or problems that he's presented inside. So the expectation is that he will get those 4 votes he needs from these parole commission members to be released. And if he does that, he would be released no earlier than October 1st after he serves the minimum amount of time required after he was sentenced for that burglary and robbery in Las Vegas about 10 years ago. So Dave and Garcia, we're standing by. They're going to be opening the doors here in just a few minutes so the press can go inside and start getting set up and prepared for the hearing, which starts again at 10 a.m. OJ Simpson is at the prison in Lovelock and will be on a video feed for everyone to see. He will say something on his behalf to try to convince the commission members that he's ready to be set free.
Yeah, Ken, you're right there. So what's the procedure if there is not a unanimous vote?
There are 7 Nevada parole commissioners. 4 of them will be here in person. They have to vote 4-0 to have him be set free. If it's 3-1, he won't get set free. Now, well, actually, if there's a split vote, there are 2 other commissioners in Las Vegas. So if they don't get the 4 unanimous votes, the 2 commissioners in Vegas will get on a telephone and have an audio link, and then they're going to have another vote. So if one of those, or if you add them together, so now we're at 6, right? 4 here and 2 in Las Vegas. So if they can come up with 4 votes for him to be set free, then he would get his parole. If it's split 3-3 and they don't get the 4 votes that he needs, then they don't have that 7th commissioner. That person has moved on, so that's an open seat. So they don't have a tiebreaker vote. So he would have to wait, OJ Simpson would have to wait 6 months for them to get that 7th member to join the commission to have another vote. So he needs those 4 votes. If he doesn't get the 4 votes, he's not going to be set free for at least 6 months.
And Ken, reading up on the comments from the court and the parole board yesterday, you really do get the sense that the parole board itself just wants to get this over with. There's so much buildup, there's so much focus in Carson City, but essentially they're saying, yes, this is atypical, we just want to get it done.
They are making extraordinary moves to have this process accomplished quickly. So traditionally, you wouldn't have this kind of activity for a parole hearing, and you would wait for the results to come out sometime down the road. They're going to take the vote today. They're going to hear OJ's testimony today. They're going to retire behind closed doors for, we're told, 20 to 30 minutes to discuss what they've heard from OJ Simpson and factors that could determine whether or not they're going to make a decision one way or the other. Then they're going to come back out. They're going to vote in person, so we'll all see that vote. That's what we're told. And then we'll have the results. So this is different. This isn't how they usually operate, but because there is so much interest. And by the way, I was talking to a reporter yesterday from Sky News London. They're here. They're going to feed the vote live to the United Kingdom. I just did a radio interview a few minutes ago on the phone with the national radio network in Ireland. So that's how much interest there is in this case.
Yeah.
So it's not just the United States. People around the world really want to know what's going to happen with OJ Simpson.
Okay, and bring it to us, Ken. Thank you.
And make sure you keep it right here on KTVU Fox 2 for complete coverage of OJ Simpson's parole hearing this morning. You can also watch the actual parole hearing live starting at 10 o'clock and the parole board's decision.
Our question of the day has to do with today's parole hearing. It is widely believed that OJ Simpson will likely be granted release. So the question is, if OJ Simpson is released, do you think he'll lead a private life? Or do you think he'll go back to being in the spotlight? Let us know what you think. You can vote on the KTVU Twitter page. You can also leave comments for us on the KTVU Facebook page.